The number one health threat that impacts American workplaces is mental health. Billions of dollars are lost due to diminished productivity, presenteeism, and medical care. Many employers are uncomfortable dealing with employee mental health issues and may only do so as mandated by laws such as the Americans with Disabilities Act, or ADA. The reality is, however, that most employees will, at some point in their tenure, struggle with a mental health issue. As such, what can employers do to effectively, humanely, and legally manage such conditions? According to E. Kevin Kellaway, president of the Canadian Psychological Association, a three-pronged approach is most effective at managing this challenge. The three steps are prevention, intervention, and accommodation. From a purely legal compliance perspective, the ADA mandates certain action steps that may involve some degree of intervention and accommodation. Generally, employers are not mandated to improve workplace conditions in order to boost employee mental health. However, with the associated high costs of mental health disorders, a comprehensive strategy makes good business sense to support employee mental wellness. First, prevention. As the old adage goes, an ounce of prevention is worth a pound of cure. Preventive actions may cost the least and have the greatest positive impact on both employees and the bottom line. Prevention includes analyze workplace practices and environmental issues that may unnecessarily stress employees, eliminate policies and expectations of workers that lead to burnout, fostering a culture of wellness that includes policies and resources that boost employees' personal, physical, and emotional resilience through nutrition, physical fitness, and rest. Also, positive relationship development between workers to engage them and provide meaningful workplace supports. And training of employees and especially managers to recognize signs of stress and effective ways to manage them. The second action step is intervention. Intervention efforts are needed for issues that arise during employment and may include policies that provide employees with time and resources to self-care and ask for help, health and welfare benefits to provide employees a foundation of support for personal issues, workflow analysis and redesign to identify and mitigate structural problems, and managers who are trained to identify employees in distress and how to respond appropriately. This applies equally for themselves as for the individuals they supervise. The third action step is accommodation. Accommodation of mental health issues includes steps mandated by the ADA, as well as optional action steps that may improve employee performance, even if it's not covered by ADA. First, an essential element is leadership that supports appropriate disclosure and reasonable accommodation to support employees' ability to continue working as they manage their mental health challenges. Leadership support will allow a workplace culture that makes it safe for employees to appropriately disclose their needs for accommodation, and interactive discussions with employees as mandated by the ADA to identify reasonable accommodations that enable the employee to continue working. These action steps are a brief overview of tactics cited in research articles. By no means is it all-inclusive, and in no way is it appropriate for employers to attempt to diagnose or define treatments of an employee health condition. Seek professional medical guidance as necessary. For assistance with addressing employee mental health issues in the workplace, Employers Council offers members resources, legal guidance, sample policies, and HR best practices. Call us today.